The Salvation Army is an organization that's often thought of because of its social service component. But there's much more to the Salvation Army than that. We have the spiritual side because we are a religious organization, but we also have the social service side.
I don't know if the community recognizes all the time what great services there are available to themselves and their neighbors until they need us.
Daily, I see people from all walks of life. Those without incomes to those in the upper middle income. They've fallen on a few hard times, either due to unemployment, possibly medical conditions. They come in and they're in need of assistance.
I have 3 children. Now they're 12, 9, and 8. I was married, and almost 4 years ago he passed away. He was in the hospital for routine treatment, and we saw him that afternoon. It was his 36th birthday, and the kids and I went to the hospital, saw him, went home, and 6 hours later he died. You know, I always knew that the services were there, but I never knew how much they could help me. About a year after he passed away, I found myself at a point where I just can't do this anymore. I can't make this work. I can't hold this family together. I didn't know where we were going to go next. And I ended up at the Salvation Army, and we got involved in their housing program. They helped me to get back on my feet. A place that we knew every night was ours to call home really helped the children be able to grieve. It wasn't anything that I couldn't do, I just didn't know how to do it. And they gave me the tools to teach me how to do it myself.
The Salvation Army is more than just the red kettle. It is more than just a few coins. It really does take change to make change. And so I really think those donations are great because it moves us forward. It helps families transition.
15 months ago, my grandchildren were in the position of possibly having to be removed from their home. We've had issues with the children's parents and substance abuse before, and my wife, who had passed away just a year before that, and I have rescued them a number of times. And I kind of got to the point of, okay, this is it. We're done with this. We have to fix it. And so I stepped in and took the children. The school system approached the Salvation Army and said, we have a grandfather who's raising his grandchildren, and is there anything you can do? And I got a phone call from Jane, who's asked me to come in and she'd like to talk with me. And she said, well, we have emergency apartments. So within a week, we were moved down here to, again, it was just a little 2-bedroom upper apartment, but it got the children here, and that was the beginning. It's provided something that in many ways they had never had a stable environment before. Everything was always in a flux. They moved from here, they moved from there. You know, sometimes the parents were with them, sometimes the parents weren't. They were the ones who were losing all of the time. Finally, they had their own beds. One of the best things in the world, when we got here, they were each provided with a bed. And it was their own bed. They were overwhelmed. And that emotion still comes out. It's really the best thing I can say is the Salvation Army provided these children with lives.